New videos every day.
Hi, I'm Dr. Vanessa Fritz. I'm a naturopathic doctor and licensed acupuncturist. One of the topics I come across with a lot of frequency in my practice is the topic of eating organically. I think it's very in vogue these days to eat organic as much as possible. And that's what I try to promote. People think that eating organically and getting healthy is really expensive, and what they need to realize is that you don't have to purchase everything organically. I'm using the term organic, meaning chemical and pesticide free. It used to be that none of our food was grown that way, and nowadays almost all our food is grown with pesticides and herbicides and insecticides. So the foods that are the most important to eat organic are the foods that have fat, because fat is a medium that the pesticides will dissolve in most easily. So meats and dairy, basically, and eggs are things that we see that can concentrate these pesticides. So your butter, for example, which is almost all fat, it's really important that you do spend the money whenever possible to get organic butter and dairy. If you do consume cow and goat dairy, it's really important that you purchase these organically. In terms of produce items, there is a great website that has a list of what they call the Dirty Dozen. And so they have scored a number of different produce items in the way that they're normally eaten, and they've scored them to see which ones have the most pesticides on them and which ones have the least. So for example, things like apples and berries are produce items that it's really important that you do purchase organically, because the way that they're grown normally is with a lot of pesticides. And unless you peel your apples, usually you're eating the part that contains the pesticides. Things like avocados and bananas and pineapples, for example, are produce items that we tend to peel before we eat them. So we are taking away the part that does have pesticides on them. So we don't need to be so concerned with purchasing these organic. So dairy and meat. Now, meat is another thing that can be very difficult to find organically, because it's very hard to certify all the things that go into the different animal and to make them certified organic. So your best bet with meat is buying meats that are free-range. If it's beef, that is pasture-fed or grass-fed beef, and things like chicken, we can find that more like naturally raised chicken, where they don't use extra added antibiotics and they don't add hormones to their feed. So this is a great starting point for trying to eat healthier. Again, I would refer you to the website ewg.org, or the Environmental Working Group's website, for more information about all the specific produce items, and to download your list of the Dirty Dozen. It's also an iPhone app, so you don't have to take that list with you to the supermarket. If you have a smartphone, you can download it there as well. Thank you. And again, this is Dr. Vanessa Fritz. I'm a naturopathic doctor and licensed acupuncturist. Thank you.